Back during Crystal Mountain PonyCon 2016, I was able to listen into a conversation between M.A. Larson and a few fans, and the episode Make New Friends But Keep Discord came up. Or rather, how Natasha Levenger had originally scripted out the story. And there were quite a few changes from the original concepts to the final draft. The first interesting tidbit was the original personality of Treehugger. It was essential to have a character who was immune to Discord's pestering in order for the story to work, so apparently the answer was to have a ponified version of Martha Stewart. And yeah, I guess I can understand the reasoning behind that. It would have been entertaining for every one of Discord's efforts to fail because she just wouldn't get frustrated over any of his antics. But at the same time, I still like how Treehugger turned out in the actual episode. She was calm, collected, and came up with plenty of quotable one-liners while still serving the needs of the plot. So while the original concept is intriguing, I think this particular change was for the better. The second interesting tidbit was that instead of just being jealous of Fluttershy spending time with other ponies, Discord was going to completely regress to his villainous ways. As in, focusing more on changing the world around him to suit his needs rather than relying on subtlety. I admit that would provide more of an opportunity for character growth, and the Season 4 finale showed that Discord isn't completely over his chaotic impulses of the past. But I don't know whether it would have worked nearly as well in a single episode, at least with everything else the story was trying to focus on. And if Discord's very next appearance after the Season 4 finale showed yet another attempt on his part to take over Equestria, even if it was for different reasons, I'm not sure it would have been as effective. However, there was one final concept which didn't make it into the final episode, which I really would have wanted to see. In the episode, Discord threatens to send Treehugger into another dimension of a sock puppet. Don't get me wrong, it is funny the first time we see it, but loses its potency whenever you watch the episode again. However, in the original draft, Discord was actually going to grab Treehugger and jump into a different dimension with Fluttershy following them close behind. Discord begins to climb a staircase inside a very tall tower while Fluttershy is begging him to stop all along the way. And the whole scene was going to parody one of the most famous films of Alfred Hitchcock, Vertigo. I have to admit, that would have been especially fun to see. Discord is about to throw Treehugger off the top of the tower, with Fluttershy just barely managing to convince him otherwise. It would have been a far more memorable ending. Yet, it would also have taken a good deal more time to portray properly, and perhaps would have been a bit too intense for younger audiences. At least for whomever had the final say on the script. Still, we could have had a very different episode if DHX had kept these original concepts. Whether it would have made a better episode overall, I don't know. But I am quite intrigued by the possibilities. What do you think? I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.